Guys, this is probably about the 90th time I've tried to take this video. So if I have a long pause or make a weird facial expression or stumble over my words, please just bear with me. Over the last week, I have been just researching and watching a ton of videos and reading lots of blogs on how I can do my job a little bit differently these days and how I can just really serve God in this time that we're finding ourselves in. And so often when I'm just learning a lot of new content, it robs me a bit of sleep because I think of all of these things in my brain and put together all the scenarios of how it can work and how it can be effective. And it also makes me run through all of the scenarios of how it could fail a lot, really badly. And so this was one of those nights last night when I was just kind of processing and going over things. And I was like, okay, I just need to not think about any of those things right now. And I just wanted to focus on the words of Jesus. And I love how the words of Jesus that were recorded so long ago are still super applicable for us today. And so I just started in the book of Matthew and in the New Testament. And I got to chapter 6 until God was like, okay, I want you to slow down and really read this. And the last half of Matthew in chapter 6 is all on worry. And some of you guys are probably familiar with these verses, and if you're not, I encourage you. Matthew chapter 6, go check them out. And where I really stopped reading was actually in verse 25, and it says, Jesus says, this is why I tell you not to worry about everyday life. Super easy right now, right? Not to worry about everyday life. Just me? Yeah, I imagine. I'm sure you are worrying about certain things too. And Jesus says, he reminds us of the birds, right? Look at the birds. They don't plant or harvest or store food in barns, yet God looks after them. And then Jesus asks this question, can worry add a single moment to your life? Do you ever think about that when you're worried about something? Do you ever think, what is this adding to my life right now? I forget to ask that question. If it's adding anything. Then Jesus goes on and says how God cares wonderfully about the wildflowers, something that are here one moment and gone the next, but that if he cares about them, then certainly he will care about us too. But the part in this section that really made me stop and read and reread and reread again was in verse 33, where it says, seek the kingdom of God above all else and live righteously, and he will give you everything you need. Seek the kingdom of God. Seek the kingdom of God above all else. I don't always do that. I don't always seek the kingdom of God first. I don't often just run to God when I'm starting to feel worried. I often worry about it for a little bit first before I seek God. But this is Jesus reminding us, seek God first. Lean into him. Lean into and worship God instead of leaning into worry and anxiety. Seek God first, not your newsfeed, not the latest corona updates, not your text messages or your refrigerator or your pantry or whatever the things are that you run to first when you're worried or anxious, but actually seek God first. Our God is a God that wants to be found. He desires for us to find him. And that is so great. He's just waiting. He's waiting for us to lean into him so that he can provide us comfort and so that he can provide us assurance in all of these moments that we have that are just providing doubt and anxiety. Jesus just finishes off this chapter by saying, so don't worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will bring its own worries. Today's trouble is enough for today. So guys, whatever you're worried about, I just encourage you to seek God, to seek him first above all else. And he's there for you. He's ready to be found by you so that he can provide for your needs. God bless you. Thanks for watching. And yeah, peace out.